Oh, hey, my loves. It's your girl, Ebony Moore Hall, and yes, I'm back with another video. I do want to first apologize for my long delay in posting another video. There's been a lot of things that changed. In my last video, I told you that there is a lot of transparency that happens when you have a business and you want to do it honestly. So let me have a transparent moment with you. In my last video, I discussed that there were some difficulties financially with keeping the space that my business was functioning in. I had rented a salon suite. It was a great opportunity for my business to be put on Main Street with growth and really visibility. But because of increase in cost for the space and the lack of consistent clientele, I had to make the choice this past week to close it. I had a very tear-filled day, really having to come to this conclusion that financially it wasn't going to be something that made sense for me and that I had to put my family first. Of course, I love being a mom, and if you know me, you know that's like one of my number one priorities is being a mom and making sure that my kids are given the best, have the best, and are able to be put first. So the decision, although hard, it had to be made. And the reality is, as an entrepreneur, you'll have to make several decisions that affect pretty much everything, whether it's your home life, your personal life, or your finances, or maybe even something bigger than that. But the reality is, when you make those choices, it's not necessarily the end or sometimes bad. I know for me, a couple days later, I was in a meeting with one of my companies that I work with for a product. I'll tell you about my product line. I was working with them, telling them about the hardship I was facing, and they were able to give me a alternative. And so that alternative has allowed me to keep my business up and running, but just in a different location, and also now be with a different location clientele. And it also opened the door to extended learning on my behalf. So like I said, as entrepreneur, you might have to make decisions, and it does not necessarily mean it's the end or that it's really that bad. So through all the tears that I really had the opportunity to not only make a decision that was bigger than me, but it was also better for me. So in the future, I'll update you on the new location that my business is at and how it's doing. But currently in this video, I wanted to discuss a question that I got asked by one of my friends who also is a client of mine. The question was, what is an LLC and do I need one? So that's what this video is going to be about. And if you clicked on this video, I appreciate you coming to my channel and staying for this video about what an LLC is and why you need one. So in the future, to see more businesses and to see more videos and to be able to learn more about how you can keep your business afloat, successful, and keep on going, please continue to tune into my station by subscribing, liking, and even sharing my videos. Because honestly, I'm here for you and for you being empowered, educated, and growing in the world of entrepreneurship. So let's get back to what an LLC is. An LLC is a limited liability company where you basically are seen as a credible business. And that's, of course, one of the first and biggest steps you can make as an entrepreneur. The best thing about being a LLC is that because you are now a legal entity, you can have the benefits of being a business owner that takes ownership of a business out of being personally and financially responsible to that business. So, like I said, LLC, best step, yes, it definitely is. It is the best step because as a business owner, if your business goes into some type of financial crisis or some type of legal crisis, because you have that LLC behind your business, you personally are not accountable for that business. But having an LLC is different state by state. So, of course, in your area, in your state, please do the research to find out what the needed steps are to be an LLC business. With an LLC, you do not have to have multiple members to sit on a board, but you can also have co-owners. That's one of the benefits in having an LLC. The reality is, LLC is one of the most popular types of business formats because with it being a cheaper way to go in business, it also is a tax deduction, and it allows you, like I said, to have co-owners and not have to have a board that trades on the market. So that's a great benefit to having an LLC. Let's talk about those benefits in more detail. Like I said at the beginning, an LLC is a way to become a credible business. And when you become a business, you want your customers to see you as an authority in that business and also to see you as very credible. So one of the ways to start that process is by getting your LLC. You can get an LLC by simply going to your Secretary of State website or by going to another third-party entity and having them file your LLC for you, or you can hire someone to file your LLC. In about the past 2 years of COVID's time period, I have helped multiple businesses file their LLC and become viable, credible businesses. So I definitely know that this is one of the ways to start that process of credibility. The other benefit is, like I said before, is it helps to protect your personal assets. You never want to own a business and have the LLC not back you. That's the reason for the LLC. If you have a personal bank account, a home, a car, or anything that you own personally, you want to be able to have your LLC protect your personal assets from the business. So if your business fails financially or you find yourself in some legal situation, you personally may not be held accountable. And this does not apply to every legal situation. So you always want to make sure that your business is legally bound and also in the proper state when you're up and running. So that means make sure you have the right and proper insurances and any other licenses that your business would need to be a successful, properly ran entity. The other benefit is taxes. With taxes, you have to realize that there is deductions. So with the LLC process, there is a tax that allows you to have a special pass for tax deductions. This pass started in 2018, and it's called the Pass-Through Tax Act of 2018, and it should continue into the year 2025. It allows businesses to have special deductions on taxes that is a benefit for most small businesses. These taxes can be broken down to you by your local tax person or accountant. So please check with them to see what tax deductions or benefits your business may qualify for. And so an LLC, the other benefit to it is simple. It's a simple way to get your business up and running with the proper backing. And it's also cheap. In general, the average cost for filing an LLC across the board should be anywhere from $100 to about $200. There also may be other fees that apply, but the average amount for applications are anywhere from $100 to $200. But like I said, please check with your local state to see what they require and how much that cost would be for you individually. As far as the steps to getting an LLC, the steps to getting an LLC are to choose your LLC name, to appoint a registered agent, which that would be somebody that can act on your business behalf to receive any type of mailing or legal documents that might come your way. You can personally be an agent for your business, or you could choose someone else to act in that role. You can even choose someone that is better with legally bound things if you'd like. You could pay a service that can also act as an agent for you. That's all your personal choice, or whoever helps you file your LLC can discuss that further with you. The other thing is then following the articles of organization. That is your LLC application. You're filing to be seen as a legit organization or business that's viable for tax write-offs. And then prepare your operating agreement. Some businesses skip this step, but it's kind of vital step, because when you're preparing to really say how you're going to function as a business, especially if you're going to be an owner that has other co-owners, this agreement will allow you to really say what each individual is responsible for and how they should function under the business branding, and also to actually promote the business as it moves forward. So that's beneficial to you and to your co-owners. This also may help to come into play if there were to be something down the line that you guys had a disagreement on, or if you want to change the way the structure the business was. This is a great agreement to go back on to reference how you guys came into the process and what you had expected of each other, or what roles can now be open to new individuals to help the business grow. So really do your due diligence to not just jump into just starting the business without coming up with a proper plan of how you want to operate your business. And then also, the next thing would be to get an EIN. The EIN number is your employment identification number. This is a free number that the federal government or IRS gives to you so that you can be seen as an actual business in the eyes of the IRS. It's free. It does not cost anything, and is the one free thing you'll get once you become an LLC. Because believe me, there will be some nickeling and diming after that. Okay, there is tons of fees that you might end up being responsible for. And then that's it. Your LLC is formed. You have to wait a time period in between, of course, to get that notification from your state that you are a legal entity and that you have been seen as an LLC. Like I said, that nickel and diamond, unfortunately, after you file that LLC happens. In some cases, you may get sent notifications that tell you have to buy a poster that talks about employment and how to treat employees. This is a part of the LLC process and some of that nickel and diming that can occur after becoming an LLC. The filing of this, it doesn't really take that much time, but like I said, it has to be something that's done with your state and follows your state requirements. This is best to be done state by state and research. Okay, keyword being research, because you'll really need to make sure that whatever you're doing to make your business a properly ran business is being done by what your state requires, because each state requires licensing and different things to help your business be seen as a up and running functioning business. So do yourself a favor, get yourself an LLC, because you want to be able to not only have your business run properly when it comes to the legal end of things, but you also want to make sure that it doesn't affect you personally with your assets or any responsibilities that you have to yourself and your family that your business could potentially interfere with. And the best thing about having an LLC is it helps you with so many other things. Like I said, tax deductions, or just growing your financial standing. Once you have an LLC, you can get credit for different purchases that you might want to make, whether that's real estate, or whether that's maybe if you want to buy a car or something of that nature. It can also help you with growing and having other businesses. My best advice to you that I actually learned from a friend of mine is to get your LLC in a general name. Maybe to use your last name and holdings or something of that nature. The reason why my friend stated and actually provided me with information about that is because when you do apply for LLC, you can use the LLC to run and function other businesses. That's called a DBA. That's another video, but that one LLC can, like I said, act as the umbrella to other things that you can do under the LLC. Let's say in the future you wanted to do an Airbnb. If you ran a business and you said, cats, t-shirt business, that's your business. Cats T-shirt Business LLC. That's a t-shirt business. So why limit yourself and actually say your LLC is what your business does when you could say your LLC is Cat and Company LLC? That Cat and Company could be identified to do any type of function in the world of business. It just doesn't identify with one particular business. So that's a tip. When you get your LLC, try to keep it general. Try to keep your name something that's actually going to cover anything that you might do in the future, so it allows your business to grow. Try to keep your LLC as something you can use to do other businesses. So if Kat decided that she no longer want to do t-shirts, she want to do Airbnbs, she want to do real estate, whatever the case may be, she'd be able to grow under Cat and Company better than she'd be able to go under Cat's t-shirts. So that's just a tip. Other than that, file your LLC because it does, like I said, so many beneficial things. In the future, we'll have a video that discusses more about LLCs and doing a DBA, doing business ads video. And then anything else you guys like to talk about, please let me know in the comments below. But thanks for tuning in today for my business about what an LLC is and why it's beneficial. I hope that you learned so much from my video, and I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied today, but I hope you learned so much from my video and that you're able to come back to my page again to get updated on new and more information about being an entrepreneur and how you can survive in the world of entrepreneurship. I hope you have the best of days. Bye, loves.